So in this video, I want to talk about this thing I always say, and that is that everything in your screenplay should tell a story, okay? So not only the screenplay is telling a story, but all the details in your screenplay tell a story, all right? And that's just what we call great writing, because everything in the screenplay means something. There's nothing wasted, no wasted words, no wasted observations or visuals. And you know, you're telling a story in many different ways. You're telling it visually, of course. At the screenplay stage, you're just telling it with words. But there's one thing I always say, and it's that, you know, if you're going to tell a story, there should be a point to it. Sometimes we call that a theme. And, you know, this shouldn't be something that's like hitting people over the head or obvious, you know, on the surface. And sometimes movies, you know, some have stronger themes than others, okay? That's just another level to the film. And I really enjoy movies that work on different levels, okay? But if you're gonna tell a story, you know, I think there should be a point to it. And if there's gonna be something included in your screenplay, there should be a story behind it, okay? I mean, if there's a rock, if you mention that there's a rock, you know, on the side of the road, there's a story, there should be a story anyway, that relates to the story you're telling as to why the rock got there. Now, you may not get into the backstory of that, but it's there to tell us something. And it may be backstory, and you might get into it, but a lot of times you won't, okay? So these are details, all right? Another thing, I learned this from an editor, and I guess when you get to the editing process, you know, you have to be really concise and you have to be really efficient. You have to kind of justify why certain scenes should be included in the movie, and you also have to construct a scene sometimes so they make sense. And what this editor taught me was that every scene inside the movie or inside the screenplay, every scene is its own little movie, okay? Every scene has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I thought that was really cool. So that's another way to sort of add storytelling, another aspect of storytelling. It's a way to look at it when you're writing your screenplay, that every scene should have a beginning, middle, and end, okay? Should involve some element of conflict as well, because that's always going to drive storytelling. This week I'm here in South Beach, Florida. This area here, this is South Beach, and this area here, these buildings, as you can see, this one behind me here, that's kind of Art Deco style, and that tells a story all of its own. And you know, the story that tells is that this was all built probably in the late 20s, early 30s, and for a period of time it fell into disrepair, and then it was all kind of renovated and fixed up. But anyway, I hope this screenplay helps. Remember, everything in your screenplay should tell a story. Talk to you soon.